3, 2, 1. America's the greatest country on earth. There's no other nation like it. But truth be told, we're a nation in decline. Our country is under attack by the radical left, criminals, and cartels around the world, and even from within our own government. There's only one man that can save this country, President Donald J. Trump.
About 10 feet from the president.
You've seen the rallies and events, but there's another story you've never seen until now.
You set up, you break down, and you do it all over again. Let's go jump on that bus.
Come with me behind the scenes and get an up-close and personal look on how we make it happen.
Save America. That's why we're doing it. Let's go.
From the sleepless travel,
I need some more of those,
to America's nastiest trolls.
These are the people that want to silence you.
Buckle up and let's go for a ride. I'm Brian Glenn, and this is Saving America. We're here. Let's go.
Is that a 5 a.m. shoot?
Saving America with Brian Glenn starts now. Welcome to Arizona. Brian and his team are on their way to the Mexican border, where President Trump is scheduled to give a press conference shortly. The only problem, navigating to this remote location. Oh, and the multiple security checkpoints.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Which news outlet?
Real America's Voice.
Hey, they're good.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Okay, so we're at the first point where we check in with Border Patrol, and then we go off another road to get to where the press conference is at. And this is kind of typical sometimes when we go to these remote border press conferences, because they're not always on a road or a specific location. They're out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, look.
Another back road and another roadblock.
Almost there.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks.
All the media that's going to cover this is going to meet here, and then we're going to make our way to the actual location where he'll be at. So it's not typical that we do this, but since President Trump is literally showing up in the middle of nowhere, this is what you got to do. So it's pretty cool.
Members of the press corps load up as they await their shuttle to the press conference.
Let's go. Okay, so we're at preset right now. There's the podium where the president will be speaking. This is what we do. We set the cameras up here. Everyone gets in the spot. We got ours right there, right next to the pool cam. There's the wall. There's Mexico that way. Oh, we're right here. So basically, we set up our cameras. As you can see, about 10 feet from the president. Maybe we'll ask some questions. I don't know. We'll see how he feels. But we'll do it.
As the media prepares for President Trump, Brian makes time to join Rav and Jack Posobiec on Human Events Daily.
Trump's supposed to be speaking just within a few minutes here. Brian, what's the lay of the land?
Hey, Jack. Well, I'm standing alongside the U.S.-Mexican border here in Cochise County. President Trump is scheduled to be here in about 20 minutes, so we'll keep everyone updated on that. Now, behind me, and I'll show you a section of the wall that is gone, that is wide open, and that's one of the reasons why this area is number one in encounters and number two in apprehensions. So it ranks high amongst the border crisis. Let me step aside, take a live look at that, a section of the border wall that's completely open. I talked to a gentleman earlier today that lives in the area and was up on that peak not too long ago and said he was trying to, doing some Milky Way kind of star gazing out there, and that's when he had a couple individuals in the middle of the night walk right by him. And they had a kind of an awkward moment there where you never know, what you're going to run into.
I'm up there with about $10,000 worth of gear. 3 illegals come right out of the woods, right at me. I was like, all right, what do I do now? Gotcha. So, yeah.
Just keep walking, or they talk to you?
Well, we sort of both just had a standoff type of thing. I had my firearm with me, so I pulled my shirt aside, and I said, "Are you guys all right?" and everything. I was like, and They came over. They asked me for a ride to Tucson. Of course, I didn't give it to them, but I did give them a couple bottles of water, and then went and got Border Patrol down the hill to go and get them. But that's a real thing every day here.
While awaiting Trump's arrival under the blazing Arizona sun, the Secret Service keeps a lookout, and Brian tries to keep the sweat away.
There you go. There you go. When you got a forehead like this, it collects a lot of moisture and a lot of sun.
And fashionably late as always, finally, President Trump's entourage arrives on scene.
He's walking this way. So this might in fact be, here we go.
Thank you very much, everybody. It's a very sad time for this country in many ways. You had a candidate. I was no fan of Joe Biden, but the way he was taken out was a coup. And again, I'm no fan of his. I think he was perhaps the worst president. He was the worst president, largely because of what's happened at the border. He's allowed, in my opinion, and in the opinion of the gentleman behind me who know this better than anybody, much more than 20 million people into our country. Rachel was a cherished 37-year-old mom, beautiful woman of 5 incredible children who adored their mother more than anything in the world. They loved their mom. Earlier this year, while Rachel was out on a run, she wants to keep herself in good shape, and she ends up getting killed. In her neighborhood, she was brutally raped and murdered by an illegal alien who was led into America by Kamala Harris and her policies of stupidity. Savage person who committed this heinous crime first killed another woman in El Salvador before walking across our open border. Just walked right in. They didn't have this then. He then attacked a 9-year-old girl and her mother in a home invasion in Los Angeles where they were very badly hurt before murdering Rachel. And it was cold-blooded murder. Patty and Michael, I would just, first of all, thank you for being here. I know it's tough. So if you would, I'd love you to say a few words. Thank you.
When I got a phone call from my son, and he said, "Mom, there's somebody here that would like to speak to you." And when I said hello, the person on the other end said, "Hello, Mrs. Morin. This is Detective so-and-so. I'm the lead detective on this case. There's no easy way to tell you this, but we found your daughter's body. She was brutally beaten, raped, and then stuffed into a drain pipe. We're here because we're losing our moms, our daughters, our children to criminals. And that shouldn't happen. We should be taking care of our country, our people. And the only way I believe that's going to happen is if President Trump is reelected as president."
Mr. President, yes, sir. As a parent, I'm hearing these stories. You're a parent yourself. What was going through your mind and you're hearing all these just horrible stories about losing their children?
What was going through my mind is that, and I almost hate to say it in front of them, I don't know how they take it. I don't know how they can take it. You understand that? I think probably most of the people still.
The entire time.
No. How do you take it? How do you do it? It's, it's like devastating when you see what happened. And these are incredible people. These people are incredible people. I got to know them. They're unbelievable. And they loved, like, as much as you can love someone. I spent time with all of them. And what goes through my mind is I don't know how the hell they take it, to be honest. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
Give us your overall thoughts of today's press conference and what's going on at the border as you physically stand there in front of the half-finished wall.
Yeah, they've got the half-finished wall behind me. You have the materials. He called it the Harris wall, the unfinished wall on the other side. But I got to tell you, the thing that hits me the most is hearing these stories. And I was just talking to a colleague of mine seconds before we just came on that I had to fight back tears listening to these heartbreak stories, these parents losing their kids, and the urgency to close the border is now. There's no time for discussion. There's no time for if someone's feelings get hurt, if the border means that for whatever reason they can no longer seek the American dream. I'm sorry. Because imagine he's got to stand there and listen to these stories, and he knows that under his administration, that would not have happened. But now, the stories are very real right in front of him.
The victims are children, they're women, and yet the Democratic Party continues to ignore this.
After this long day of 98-degree heat, find me a Buc-ee's. Is there a Buc-ee's anywhere around here? I need a big drink. Let's go to Buc-ee's. Hey, let's go to Buc-ee's. We're going to Buc-ee's.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go to Buc-ee's. Okay, so we've wrapped up the press conference here. Now, as you can see, this is what it does. We start to break down the equipment. Usually takes about 35, 40 minutes to get everything breaking down. And then for this particular segment, we've got to walk all the way down this road to a bus that we took in. We'll take that back to the cars. But this is usually what happens, man. That you set up, you do the event, you break down, and you do it all over again. So let's go jump on that bus.
After a long day on the road and in the sun, Brian makes his way back to the hotel. But first, it was time to try something new. A pick-me-up with a punch.
We made a quick stop for water, but I came back with the Celsius. Now, I made the comment that I have never had Celsius, and you can't believe it. You can't believe it. You guys probably can't believe it. I've never had it. And apparently, I'm going to be jacked for the rest of the night. That is good. That is good. Good. Let's go. All right, so we spent 4 hours in the car. We're in Glendale, Arizona, just outside Phoenix. We traveled up from the border. And this segment brought to you by Celsius. If you want to be jacked up all day and all night, drink Celsius, or at least I'm going to find out if that's true. But we're here. Trump rally tomorrow. We're on the ground. I have is that a 5 a.m. shoot? I have a 5 a.m. local time for an 8 o'clock East Coast hit on the morning show. And then we're going to go all day. And then I have a red eye out from Phoenix back to the East Coast. I'm not sleeping at all. I need some more of those. So typically we go get something to eat, right? So we're at Chicken and Pickle. Combines pickleball and eating chicken. Don't really feel like playing pickleball right now, but I could eat some chicken. Yeah. But there's a couple other reasons why someone might want to come here right now. I'm trying to think of what that would be, but I can't imagine any other reason why we should go. I don't know.
Could it be?
I don't know. I don't know. We should probably go check it out.
Yeah, let's check that out.
Now, I got 2 cigars here, but I was told that I can't necessarily smoke them here, so I got to go outside the parking lot. And then, of course, I'm throwing it up on the gram, but hey, this is not bad, but this is how we kind of energize for tomorrow, because tomorrow's going to be a long day. Let's eat.
We'll be right back with more Saving America with Brian Glenn.
Before I would ever give a product to a patient, I tried it on myself. So I started taking Super Beets, and I said, wow, Super Beets is a game changer.
It's given me the energy that I want, the blood pressure support that I need.
Circulation, heart health.
You feel like you can get things done.
I really am feeling a difference.
I just love it.
Over 1 million people have put Super Beets blood pressure support supplements to the test. And today, we have over 80,000 5-star ratings and reviews. We're trusted by over 120 pro and college sports teams. Super Beets is the only #1 doctor, pharmacist, and cardiologist recommended beet brand for heart health support.
It helps dilate blood vessels. It helps increase my circulation. It's having a beneficial effect on my heart and my energy. It makes me healthier.
My grandkids say, Grandma, I can't keep up with you. Where do you get your energy from? And I said, Super Beats.
Get a free month supply, plus free shipping and a 90-day money-back guarantee on all bundles, exclusively when you call or visit superbeats.com.
Hello, Americans. Pat Boone here. You know, the markets are getting a little crazy, and now is the time to protect yourself from economic turmoil. Silver is in the headlines and creating a lot of excitement as the price of silver is very attractive compared to that of gold, of course. Call Swiss America for the scoop on whether this silver opportunity is for real. See, today, silver faces a huge shortage due to rising demand by military, solar, and electric cars, which all depend on silver and can increase prices. So, to help you get started, Swiss America is offering beautiful United States walking Liberty half dollars, minted from 1916 to 1947, in 90% silver for a special introductory price. Limit of $250 per customer while supplies last, of course. So call or text the number on your screen to take advantage of this offer. Rediscover silver today.
Tired of one-way news?
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy. Welcome to RAV, where your voice matters.
Mod 1, you are in the chats all the time, engaging with our extended RAV family.
Let me know that you're a first-time chatter there. I will definitely celebrate you.
It's really incredible. It's like a family there on the chat.
We share ideas and pray for each other.
My favorite show hosts are actually in the live chat.
When you're out for a date, you just can't wait to get back.
Isn't it just amazing, like the family?
We do hear you.
The chat is where your voice is heard, and that's the whole point behind Real America's Voice.
Real America's Voice, they got it going on.
Join Real America's Voice, where you make the difference.
When you are in RAV Chat, you are in the conversation.
Welcome back to Saving America with Brian Glenn.
It's 4:26 Mountain Time, 7:26 East Coast time. We got to bed at about 10 o'clock last night. We're up, headed to preset, which is 5 to 6 here local time. Right now is probably the kickoff for like an 18-hour day, but you're coming along with me, and you're going to get in the car, and I'm going to show you exactly what preset is all about here in Arizona. Remember, we're saving America, but we're also saving Arizona. Let's go.
As Brian and his crew prepare to go inside the Desert Diamond Arena to set up for the Trump rally, they make time to join RAV's morning show, American Sunrise.
Good morning. I am in front of the Desert Diamond Center. We'll be inside later today with all the action here in Glendale, guys.
Thanks so much for all you're doing, and yes, absolutely stay safe.
Absolutely.
As the sun makes its way over the horizon, Brian makes his way inside the arena, where thousands of patriots will soon gather.
Okay, we're inside this huge Desert Diamond Arena. This place used to have the Arizona Coyotes, I think, play here. It's about 17,000 capacity. Now, it won't be that today because they have some certain seats blocked off for the press. That's right, the press sits back here. The overflow press sits back here. We'll be on the riser covering the show. But what we do in the morning is we come into these arenas, we set up our main camera, we set up our cut camera, which let's see if we can say it's way up there somewhere. You got to have it's like a nosebleed basically. You got to hold your breath. There's altitude up there. It's so high. But that gives us these amazing crowd shots that can cover the entire arena that people love to watch, right? So I'll be on the main riser and we'll have a cut cam up there, and then the rest of the press will sit back here in their seats, and I'm sure that they will report accurately of what's going on stage. That's what they do, right? They're the fair and honest press. Actually, it should say, right here, it should say fair and honest press seating. That's what it should say, but unfortunately, it doesn't. All right, let's go. Section 111. I'm out of breath, but this is where the cut cam is going to be, and Austin is going to be up here doing that. He's right next to Newsmax, I guess. So
Max and right side.
yeah, and right next to the right side. And so Luke's doing the main cam. He'll be down below. And this will give you, look at this shot here. This is what we're looking for. A beautiful big shot of the amazing crowd. That's what we're gonna have from the cut cam. Okay, so I saw this on TikTok. This is a great kind of a breakfast hack. You get this drink here at Starbucks. It's got no sugar, 18 grams of protein. You take this and you put it in a venti cup with 2 shots of espresso over ice, mix it up, great breakfast. You got your caffeine, you got your protein, you're feeling good. I love it. That's my TikTok hack. But I'm on TikTok, by the way. You can follow me. I don't rarely post, but that's my TikTok hack. Good stuff.
After getting his boost of caffeine, Brian and the crew drive to Phoenix, Arizona for a last-minute press conference by Robert Kennedy.
All right, we're downtown Phoenix in front of the Renaissance Hotel where RFK Jr. has called a press conference to make an announcement. So we've had to pivot from Glendale Trump rally coverage to run over here to see exactly what that message is. Now, is he going to endorse President Trump? Is he going to do it here? Will he do it at the rally? We don't know. So we got to come here and find out. So once again, this is just an example how you never know how it's going to work at a Trump rally or even on the campaign trail. It zigs and it zags, and right now we're here. Let's go. So we're inside the Renaissance awaiting the press conference, and just looking at some of the imaging here, I like what I see on stage. American flags, very simple. It's clean, it's a clean look. The room relatively is small, but there's a lot of press here. We didn't get here for preset. We didn't really know about it in time, but we are set up on the side here, which works for what we're going to do. So let's see what he has to say, and let's see what this major announcement is.
As the press prepares to hear from RFK, Brian joins Rav's Charlie Kirk on The Charlie Kirk Show.
Is RFK going to endorse Donald Trump today?
A lot of speculation, and I'm going with what President Trump pushed out on social media earlier today about this, upcoming special guest at the event in Glendale, and having this silhouette of what would look like an RFK Jr. But hey, we're going to find out here in a few minutes.
Brian, thank you so much.
I'm sorry to keep everybody waiting. 16 months ago, in April of 2023, I launched my campaign for President of the United States. I began this journey as a Democrat. The media justifies their censorship on the grounds of combating misinformation. Like governments and oppressors don't censor lies. They don't fear lies. They fear the truth. And that's what they censor. I don't want any of this to sound like a personal complaint, because it's not. For me, we will be stronger, more resilient, more optimistic, and happier. I won't fail in doing this. Ultimately, the future, however it happens, is in God's hands and in the hands of the American voters and those of President Trump.
So we've got to get back to the rally. Obviously, we wish we could have stayed, but we literally got to get back to what our bread and butter is, and that's President Trump.
It's a race back to Glendale, where Brian will do what he does best, cover another Trump rally. Awaiting his arrival, a long line of patriots ready to let their voices be heard.
Saving America right here in Arizona. Let's go. All right.
You need a hat.
Yeah. So let me ask you guys a question. On day one, President Trump should focus on what?
Shut the border down. Border, man. Boiling hot. Will do anything for our greatest president the United States ever had. He makes peace in the Middle East. He's the best president. Trump, 2024. Let's do this, baby.
We need someone to stick up for the Jews. Trump,
Anti-Semitism
Trump's
over
for
here.
us. Trump is for us.
Trump for the Jews. Jews for Trump.
Jews for Trump. Jews for Trump. Let's hear it.
You gotta say no to the hoe. You gotta say no to the hoe.
What has affected you the hardest?
I think the economy, the inflation has been huge. I mean, grocery bills have gone up, electric bills, gas bills, everything's going up exponentially, and everyone's on a tighter budget now because of wages are not as good, jobs aren't as good. Job report just came out. It wasn't nearly as good as they said it was.
One party has policies, the other party has a vibe.
Yeah, oh, they have a vibe. That is an excellent point to bring that up, because when you watch the DNC, it's all about the vibe. It's all about laughter and the music. But Trump and the RNC, it was about policies. It was a plan. And yes, we had a good time. Yes, we celebrate the fact that we nominated President Trump. But we also focused on the policies, and it just wasn't. And a way forward.
There's substance to the plan.
Yeah, substance.
Kamala is a big nothing burger. Her speech was like Jerry Seinfeld, a show about nothing. That's what her speech was last night. A big show about nothing. No substantive anything in her speech last night.
A bunch of happy talk and happy promises.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. And she's going to feed it to the American people. And they're going to swallow it because of major media that just lets her have her say.
I can just drop the mic right now because we're done. Thank you. That's great.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Thanks for keeping watching. Thank you very much. And those gas prices cut into the fun stuff that your parents used to take you on and feed you and take you to the movies.
That's why I had
and
to quit my boxing.
Oh, don't quit your boxing. That's sad. That's sad. So what do you do? How do you train now? You just beat up kids in the neighborhood or what? I'm kidding. You can't do that. You can't do that. Now we go to the Mediarizer and we start filling this place up. It's going to be packed because we saw how big the line was outside. It's for sure going to fill up in here, for sure. So we're inside right now. I was told that the line to get in here was over 2 miles long. 2 miles long to get inside here. Look, we've already got people on the...
In the few minutes I have
to
left.
try to get inside. This is crazy. So this is saving America. Moments away from President Trump taking the stage here in Glendale to what I will say, Grant, is a NFL-sized capacity crowd. State Farm Stadium is right across the street from the arena that we're in right now. And I would say the amount of people outside combined with the people inside could probably fill up that stadium. It's just electric in here right now, Grant.
Face the cameras coming from.
More than he has, he's a reader. This roof is going to blow up.
From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from the sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American.
President Trump just took the stage. It's simply electric in here. Let's keep watching.
For the past 16 months, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Thank you, President Trump. A few hours after the assassination attempt at Butler, I got a call from a safe food advocate named Kelly Means, who's been fighting for many years to try to end the corruption at CDC and FDA and USDA. And these institutions, these regulatory agencies, are actually run by the big food processing companies, the big ag and the chemical companies that they're supposed to regulate. And he said to me that he'd been advising me for many years on my campaign. And he told me that night that he was also advising President Trump. And he asked if I would talk to President Trump. And I said, of course. And about a few minutes later, I got a call from the president. And we talked. We had a very good talk. And then he invited me to come see him the next day. And I went to Minneapolis and saw him. We met again a couple of weeks later in Florida. And we talked about, not about the things that separate us because we don't agree on everything, but on the values and the issues that bind us together. And one of the issues that he talked about was having safe food and ending the chronic disease epidemic.
Wow, that was something, huh? That was something. Fantastic guy. You know, he did well, and the polls are good and all, but you have to remember we have sort of like a two-party system. It was designed that way, and it's awfully tough. And as well as he did, he'd be at 10 and 15 and 16 points sometimes. That's a lot. That's a lot. But if he were in a regular system, like as a Democrat or perhaps as a Republican, but not against me, of course. But if he were in a regular system, there are a lot of people that maybe liked him the best, but they said, we can't vote. So with all of those votes he was getting, he has a lot of votes that he could have gotten. I think he's going to have a huge influence. We're leading now, but I think he's going to have a huge influence on this campaign. Actually, much bigger than you'd see in the polls, and those numbers are big to start off with, but Bobby and I will fight together to defeat the corrupt political establishment and return control of this country to the people. We will rescue our middle class. We will reclaim our sovereignty and restore our borders. We will put America first, and we will take back our country, and together we will make America powerful again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America strong again, so strong. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. We will make America free again. And we will make America great again. again. God bless you all. God bless you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Arizona. God bless you all.
Action, Charlie Kirk and his whole entire production team really elevates the whole production aspect of a Trump rally. So you've got a little bit more smoke, you've got some fireworks going off, you've got more imaging as far as the big digital screens behind us. So you just take the energy that would normally be a Trump rally and you combine Turning Point Action and Charlie Kirk, well, then you get what you had here today, almost like a Super Bowl halftime type performance. What an amazing rally. Okay, so you saw the start and finish, a preset. You go get our camera set up, all the action outside, we come inside, so you got a good timeline of how this day works. Now, as far as production goes for this rally, it's over the top. I mean, you've got Charlie Kirk, Turning Point Action, the way they put everything together, the energy from President Trump, the historic moment we had today from RFK Jr. officially endorsing President Trump. Now, think about that. That might be the first time ever that a Democrat has taken the stage, a high-level Democrat, a high-level historical family Democrat, has taken the stage to endorse a Republican, especially a Republican like President Trump. So that's historic. Okay, so now we're thinking, how do we save America? Well, you save Arizona, and that translates into saving America. There's so many races here in Arizona that are crucial to saving this country. Kari Lake in the Senate race, and all the other ones down are very important that we hold the majority in the House and we get the majority in the Senate. If we don't have the majority in the Senate, those America First agendas, all those items that we want President Trump to get put in place will not happen if we don't have majority in the House and control the Senate. It's as simple as that. So, you want to save America? You got to save Arizona. It's that simple. So you know, if you live here in Arizona, get out and vote. Bring a friend to the polls. Bring 10 friends to the polls. It's so important that we do that. If we just do our part. Look, you had a big arena that was basically sold out. And Charlie Kirk says it like this: if everyone in that arena brings a friend to the polls, that could be the difference of whether or not President Trump is reelected and put in the White House in 2024. It's that simple. This state came down to just thousands of votes that different Trump and Biden in 2020. Now, we know what the shenanigans went down. We know that President Trump, for the most part, won this state, but we have to make it too big to rig. So, Arizona, that's your homework. Get out and vote. Bring someone to the polls and make sure on November 5th, you want to save America? You got to save Arizona. Until next time, everybody, goodbye and God bless from the greatest state in the country, Arizona. We'll see you.
See you next time on Saving America with Brian Glenn, right here on Real America's Voice.